Alright guys, a quick video about supports here in the Bambu Studio slicer. Now pardon the noise behind me, it's the printer that is buzzing away. Anyway, the supports function can be found under the support tab, surprise surprise, and this slicer offers some options. Now it can do what they call the tree supports, it can do the normal supports, and then it can do a hybrid, which is a mixture of the two. And apart from these types of supports, it can do each one in auto mode. That's the slicer places them where it thinks they're relevant, and it can also do it in manual mode, where you have to go up to the manual tab. You can't see it here in the preview, and select the paint on supports, and just like a lot of other slicers, you can go and paint where you want the support to be, and it will only make them at these areas. Now I did a preview here of something I'm printing right now, which is an anatomic model of a human being, and I allowed the slicer to place these tree supports where it thinks they should be. I previously used Prusa Slicer, and I have been quite happy with their normal supports, but I am coming to like these tree supports function. You can see it branches out, and the good thing about it is that each support is hollow, so it saves a lot of material, and it's easy to branch out. It's actually also easy to break off, which I'll also show you when the model is finished. Now this is how it looks with the tree supports, and I'll just slice it again with the normal supports. And here I have now changed it to normal supports, and what you can see is the more conventional support pattern, and it's not as cool as the tree supports, and it seems like it uses a little bit more filament. Actually, that's what it looks like to the eye. Now, like I mentioned, you can also do the paint on supports, and to do that you just go back into the prepare tab, and then you choose this icon there, and let's use the chin there, and I can paint the areas that I want it to be supported. Now the software lets me know the areas where there are overhangs. As you can see, they are brown, so I don't miss a thing. One thing you have to know when you put it in the auto mode is that the slicer tends to error by applying more supports than necessary. It would rather error in that way than error by applying less supports and you lose your print. So better you have supports you don't need than supports that are not sufficient and the print fails. So this is how the slicer actually the algorithm calculated. I'll show you now on the machine how it's printing my version with the three supports. So here we have the machine. Just close the door so that you can hear me a little bit better. So what the machine is doing now is those circular areas around, those are the tree supports, and they will branch out across the torso to reach the areas that are relevant. The area with the grid is the main print itself. So quite fascinating. Here it is at another angle. here I've decided to show you how the hybrid looks, the hybrid supports. So it's a mixture of both the normal and the tree supports, and as you can see, it's more tree-like than it is the normal. The supports are of course the green parts, if they're not obvious enough. So it looks somewhat like the organic supports that are coming out very soon in Prusa Slicer, which I'm sure many other slicers will also implement. I think Cura also has that already. So I've got me the two prints here finished with the supports like I showed you was printing earlier, and they turned out quite well with the brim and stuff. Now already, while I was pulling it off the bed, some of the supports already started coming out, and as you can see, I can remove the supports without even using a tool. The tree supports, they are not even so fused to the model, which is actually quite great. One of the reasons why I like using the tree supports. Now, taking into consideration that I'm using one hand and holding the camera with the other, that's actually quite good. So all the supports of this side taking out, and the brim here out. I also think it's important to mention that the Bambu Labs AMS system has special support material you can use in it, so that your support material is a different material than as in this case, PLA, and that will now give much more easier removal abilities. Well, that's just what I wanted to show you guys about the supports and give you a little insight to how it works. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember, if you like what you saw, please give it a like. It helps with the YouTube algorithms, and stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed, do so. More videos to come. Bye.